Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
Rising rent in San Diego is the question coming up right after the break. What you need to know about real estate in Southern California.
And as the sun rises on a new week in San Diego, we're getting mixed signals coming from the real estate market, both here, locally, and across Southern California. So we're bouncing back, are we? Well, we're about to find out. The biggest boost in sales is yet to come, we think. Joining me now to answer some of the questions about the real estate market, Colleen Cotter, the president of My San Diego Agent. So, any signs yet of life in the real estate market?
Oh, we're definitely getting a lot more movement. Definitely a lot more movement as far as sales and rental traffic, because our inventory is actually pretty tight. We have a lot of what we call our shadow inventory, which means the inventory that hasn't come on the market yet. But the current inventory is actually moving. Anything good is going quickly.
And prices?
Prices are actually coming up a little bit in some areas. It's important to remember that real estate's very localized. So in certain areas, they've always been a seller's market for the most part, such as Carmel Mountain Ranch area and Scripps Ranch. They've had a very strong seller's market, whereas downtown has been hit pretty hard in a lot of areas, and it's starting to improve a little bit. But for the buyer, it's still a sweet spot, also for an investor.
From time to time, we hear these real estate stories saying, you know, sales were up, or prices were up 18% last month. Is that, can one big sale make those numbers go sideways?
A little bit. But what usually happens is they're taking a whole big area, maybe a large region, say San Diego County, and then looking at all that as one number. We really need to look at things as a very local market, for instance, the Carlsbad market or the downtown market or Lemon Grove market, and see what's going on in those specific areas in order to really get a good number.
Now, I think one of the keys to we'll get to rental prices in just a moment, but one of the keys to actual sales numbers is going to be what's left as far as inventory. How much is left in the foreclosure and short sale market? Right
now in San Diego County, our short sale market and it encompasses 43% of the entire market.
Wow.
And we expect that to be climbing. So the foreclosure market is a little bit smaller. The short sale market is eclipsing that. And the short sale market is that little window right when the seller is still involved and the bank is still involved, and we're trying to get that seller out of a loan when they're upside down.
Let me make sure I understand. 43% of all sales are shorts right now?
Shorts, yes.
Wow, and you expect that to grow?
Yes.
So there's a lot of people hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
Exactly. A lot of people are underwater right now. They need advice, and they need to really know, should I go forward with this loan? Should I try a loan mod? Should I sell short sale? Most people don't want to foreclose. They don't want to give their keys to the bank. They want to cooperate. And the majority of our market is fastly becoming short sales.
So since there's so much of that, we should ask a couple questions about that. What's the best advice you can give someone who's facing that short sale?
Well, when you're facing a short sale, it's best to interact with your tax advisor, an attorney, and also a realtor to give you some advice to see if it makes sense for you to go forward with a short sale. In some cases it does. In some cases it may be better to try and modify the loan if that's possible. It's important to make certain when you do modify the loan that you really have a long-term modification. Some of our modifications now are only 3 to 6 months. That really doesn't help a family.
Some agents are bringing short sale specialists into the transactions. Which would you prefer? An agent who's going to handle it all themselves, or someone who's going to use a transaction person, a short sale transaction?
Well, we call the short sale transaction coordinator usually a negotiator, and we have a negotiator, and we also have someone that is actually transacting the paperwork. There's a tremendous amount of paperwork when you're negotiating with a bank, and there's a tendency to have one file ready to go, and then you need to add to that file. It's a lot of work. And then the negotiator's position is to actually negotiate with the lender and have the lender accept short or accept less of the loan that they owe. It's usually good to work in concert with a few of those people if they're on your team. Sometimes a negotiator is also an attorney, and that can be helpful for the family as well, or the individual.
All of this upheaval in the market certainly would point, in my mind anyway, to more people renting.
Yes. And actually there are more people renting, and there are also more people consolidating households. For instance, a lot of younger people are going back to live with their parents, and some families are moving in together. So there's maybe 2 families in a household now in order to save money and live closer in as opposed to maybe going further out of the county and commuting.
What can we expect for rent rental prices in the months ahead?
Right now, our rental market is a little bit soft, meaning that you can negotiate a little bit with your landlord, but we're expecting this year San Diego County to go up about 1% overall. As far as a trend, which is actually good news in general for our market compared to LA. LA is going down, we expect about 3.5% this year, and getting much more competitive.
That's surprising.
So if you're working with your landlord, you can really develop a win-win right now and negotiate with that landlord, because every landlord wants rental income. They don't want to leave anything vacant.
Okay.
So,
Colleen Cotter, thank you for coming by today from My San Diego Agent. We appreciate your time.
thank you.
Okay.